What's going on, everyone? Welcome to our first ever episode of Checking In on the NHL podcast. I'm your host, Jonas Tani, here with my co-host,
Alex Konkoff.
and we're very excited to bring you the first ever episode of Checking In on the NHL right before the 2024 season starts.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
It's gonna be good.
We're recording this on Thursday, October 3rd. It is currently noon from where we are right now, and so the Devils will take on the Sabres, I believe, is it Sweden? They play in Sweden tomorrow, I believe,
Yeah.
at like 10 a.m. So that'll be fun to watch. Make sure you set your fantasy lineups. I just did my fantasy
Yeah,
lineup
I need
today,
to do that
so
today. Yeah.
got to teach my girlfriend how to
Yeah.
set that too. So
You're gonna need to teach me.
it's fun times. But before the season starts, all the hype of the season, the one thing that fans do like to come and watch before to like get a good feel on their team is preseason.
Yes.
But with preseason, I just feel sometimes there's maybe too much. I mean, we've seen players get hurt in preseason. We have the Patty Line injury.
Yeah.
Macklin
Celebrini
Celebrini got hurt. As you as a
Yes.
Sharks fan, I know you're wearing the
Yes.
Kraken jersey right
Yes.
now. I've converted him.
Hey, I've always liked the Kraken.
Yeah, no, they're great. Their logo's awesome. But I know, like, you as a Sharks fan, you were kind of concerned about Celebrini.
I wasn't super concerned. I saw the replay. It wasn't that bad. His front leg like kind of bent back, but apparently I wasn't watching the game. Apparently he got up and like skated away fine. Said he's day to day, but he wasn't at practice the other day. But so I'm a bit worried, but they said he should be fine for the opener, so that's good at least.
That's always nice to hear too. And Patty Line getting hit with that knee to knee
Yeah, that
injury
was
is pretty
hard.
bad because that put him out for I think the rest of the calendar
That
year
sucks
most
too, 'cause
likely.
he was just traded.
Yeah, he
too.
was just traded to Montreal. That's right. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in the Habs uniform and coming back. From the
Yeah, I
surgery,
don't
but
know.
I know I don't know how true this was. I did hear rumors a couple years ago saying that they were gonna bring back they're gonna make an 84 game season instead of an 82 game season
Yes.
and condense the preseason.
I would not be
Which
opposed to
I
that.
wouldn't be opposed to
It's
that
2 more
either.
games. Preseason seems too long, but it's still hockey either way. So.
Yeah, I mean, with the just a list of injuries here that I'm just gonna read off, like Drew Doughty with the
Oh, yeah.
knee thing as well.
Yeah.
Logan Stanley, that's another.
I did not hear
huge
about
thing.
that.
He's out. I think he's more day to day, but I
That's
think he's out.
interesting.
David Reinbacher
I heard about
is
that.
out. He had surgery. Askarov, he's back. He's expected back in
Yeah,
like a week, but
I'm hoping.
still
We need him.
he was hurt. You have Macklin Celebrini, as we
Really,
mentioned. Tim
yes.
Stützle with that
Yes.
concussion.
Wait, is it confirmed he has a concussion?
I'm not sure if he does have a concussion. We'll take a quick look at actually Puckpedia. I'll come
Yeah.
over here to my laptop and
That was a
and take a
gnarly
look.
hit.
It was. No, I did see it after you
People
were.
hate Jack Eye for it. I still like Jack Eye. I mean, it looked a bit high, but it didn't look like he was trying to hit him in the head. I don't know.
No, it didn't.
But
So
that was gnarly.
yeah, we'll see here. Let me. Oh, Kachuk is out too with upper body, but
When
he
did
was
that happen?
he was skating today, which is good.
Okay.
Um,
Panarin,
Panarin
day to day.
day to day.
Boldy,
Boldy is
yes,
still
that's
out,
a big loss.
which is a huge loss for the Wild. So that'll come down to how that happens. John Marino's out as well.
Svechkov's a loss, although I don't think he's gonna play in the NHL.
Terry's out, but he's day to day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just like a bunch of it's just like undisclosed. I mean, I think I can filter it by team. Let's take a look here. We're so unprepared for our first episode. This is
Who were we
awesome.
thinking of? I don't even.
Ottawa.
Oh, Stützle, yeah.
Yeah, Stützle.
Tim Stützle, lower
Upper body was on practice today, and okay, so I mean he's
so
fine.
He's fine.
But just I guess more more precautionary thing.
Yeah.
So
That I'm surprised he got up by himself.
yeah, no, that was a pretty hefty hit by
Jack Eye.
Jack-Eye? That's how you say his name?
Arber Jack Eye.
Arber Jack-Eye. I've never been able to say his name.
Yeah, I don't know how I learned that. But yeah.
I'm also I love watching like the UFC and stuff, and I got into the UFC when kind of it was a couple years ago when like McGregor was still like McGregor and Khabib beef like kind of just fizzled out, and
Yeah.
I remember my friend, it was during COVID, he got me into UFC. We sat down at the Xbox and just played UFC 3 for hours during COVID,
God, I
and
need a
he was
UFC
teaching me how to play them. And you said you hated the games?
I need a UFC
Oh,
game.
need a UFC game. I think I have UFC 4 on my Xbox.
I have
that we could do.
WWE, but that doesn't do justice.
WWE isn't real wrestling, and as a wrestler, I will die on that hill. But no, it was fun. I remember actually teaching my dad, and so obviously I wrestle, so
Yeah.
mixed martial arts and everything, and I thought it was cool how there was some sort of wrestling aspect to the game.
Yeah.
And what I did, I actually kind of still feel bad about this. It's kind of a butt to my dad. I took him down and I let him back up, and then I
Mhm.
took him down again, and then I let him back
That's
up.
fun.
I didn't let him like get any shots in or anything. I didn't like like punch him or
That's
anything. He
hilarious.
just got back, just took him down, got him back up. It was really funny because I had a teammate my freshman year of wrestling
Mhm.
who he was a senior and he was really good. He made it to state. And
Nice.
California is one of the hardest states to wrestle in.
Yes, I've heard
And
that.
so he would constantly take guys down and let them up, take them down and let them up, and
Mhm.
just do that just to break them and then
That's
pin them.
hilarious.
And
That's
obviously
funny.
you can't pin in the UFC, but it was funny. It might actually
That's
made my dad
hilarious.
quit. He's like, I'm not playing with you if you keep doing this. And in hindsight, it was
He's just mad you're better than him.
well, it was his first time playing, so in hindsight, it was kind of mean to do that first game, but it was.
Same thing when I play my dad in NHL though. I score like 20 goals and he gets mad.
I
I'm like,
think my dad knows he's gonna lose in NHL, so I always go down, like how when I played you that one day.
yes.
So I always go down. There was, I think we both. I was playing as the Penguins, and he was playing as another team. I don't remember. I don't remember. I just remember I was playing with the Penguins, and it was coming down. There was like 10 minutes left in the third, so this is in like NHL 19 or NHL 20, something like
Dang,
that.
remember those games.
When they had the actual minute at the end of the third, and not just like the
Yes.
25 seconds,
Can you
which.
change that in the new NHL
No, you
game?
can't.
You can't.
Unfortunately, it's just
Damn.
well, I mean, I guess you can adjust the time
It's
settings.
just not good.
It's just I'm
There's
not
a
a
lot they
huge
need to
fan.
fix,
Yeah.
but
I,
yeah.
yeah, new NHL game just came out last week too. It actually releases on excuse me, I think it releases tomorrow at like 9
Yes.
Pacific. So when I get my paycheck, you already know
We're gonna be running
we're gonna
that.
be running that. So if you're watching this for just for fun, for funsies, and you want to stick around to the YouTube channel and get some gaming content, we're gonna
Yes,
have a
sir.
franchise mode coming up soon. So that'll be fun. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
And but yeah, I didn't Jacki, going back to that topic. Didn't he used to work at Costco?
I think so. Yes, I heard about
Yeah,
that.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he worked at
That's
Costco
hilarious.
before.
I think his brother did too.
I think so.
Florian. I
Yeah,
think he did.
because who's Florian play for? Is he for?
He's
Is he
also
also
on
on the Habs?
Montreal.
Okay, that's
Yes.
cool. That's
He got
awesome.
into a fight in his first preseason
That's right.
preseason game in the
I saw
first
that. I
shift.
did see that. I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you see? I guess speaking of enforcers, you see Matt Rempe and how he like tried to lay hits and he just kept missing and it was like super
Yeah.
pathetic.
Dude,
Did
I
you
was
see that?
watching that game and I was like so pissed off because I love Rempe.
I do too.
Did you
He's
see his fighting training with
with George
Jorok?
LaRoque or
Yeah,
LaRoque. Yeah.
yes.
No, that was
That was
that was
good.
hilarious.
I
That was
remember
great.
George LaRock. He was
Yeah, he
great.
was a great player. I miss Timu a lot.
Yeah, I have a love-hate
Kalani and
relationship with him. He's
because
good, but
he
he
didn't.
didn't perform for the Sharks.
Yeah, I know he was on the Sharks for a while,
Yeah,
so that, but he was kind of a shark killer too, I feel, when he
he
was on the
was.
Ducks.
He was.
So I feel like you can love him, but God, you kind of hate him as
Yeah,
well.
for sure.
Him and Scory Perry, if you will.
Scory Perry.
I know you don't
He's a
like him.
great player. I just don't like him. Always dirty against the Sharks.
Yeah.
Now I don't care because he doesn't do anything. What team is he on
I
now?
think he's on Edmonton. He's
Yes, that's right.
he's
'cause I remember when he
lost,
was on
I believe five.
five,
Is it five in a? No, it wasn't five in
five,
a
not
row.
5 in a row.
It
It's
was
3 in a row.
3 in a row. He's
No,
won four of the last five. He's lost four of the last five
wait,
Stanley Cups.
because okay, so the last one he was on Edmonton, obviously Florida won. Then the year before
It was Vegas,
for
Florida.
Florida, he was not on Florida, so that, and then it was
He was on. Was he on? I think he was on Dallas last year.
he was he?
No, he was on Chicago.
Yes, he was
He was
on
on Chicago
Chicago.
last year and got let go. Then he got picked up mid-season by the Oilers.
Yes,
So he didn't make it then.
the
And then
Oilers trying to get dirty players with Kane.
Kane and Perry, I don't think it's well. And then Stan Bowman hired as the new
Yes,
GM.
yes.
So I kind of makes it harder. Like I love McDavid. Speaking of McDavid, you had that whole the new
The
Amazon
new
Prime
Amazon
series.
Prime
Yeah.
series. He had this whole speech. I forget what game it was, but it was like a behind-the-scenes look of the new series, and it was like he was yelling at his teammates like, "We gotta be effing better," and like it was good. I like to see his leadership 'cause we don't see that often.
Yeah, I feel like players are given the C, but you don't see
No.
you don't
Wow.
you don't see it much on the ice. I mean,
No, you don't.
it's
Not with
evident.
McDavid.
I mean, at least not with McDavid because he's very game winning oriented. I feel,
Mhm.
but like I guess you can see players like trying to like console their teammates. Like they
Mhm.
go back to the bench, looking at the iPad, kind of seeing what they can do, especially like veteran players too as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of that, Gudis becoming the Ducks
yeah,
captain.
I'm excited. I might. the new Ducks jerseys as well.
Oh
Like
yeah.
new, this is a new era in Anaheim,
Yes,
which
it
I'm
is.
excited for it.
With all the young guys coming in, Seneke, Zegras obviously still up and
Yeah,
coming, McTavish. Um,
I'm picking Zegers to have a breakout year this year. I'm not gonna lie. He looked really good in training
yes,
camp from the clips I saw. He's looked good in preseason. He's
yes,
he's he's played very well. And feel like the thing that hurt him last year was the fact that
the
he
injury,
didn't have a training camp.
that
He
too.
didn't have a training camp because of his contract negotiations, which then created all the trade rumors.
Yeah, to
Which
Montreal
that was
mostly.
like, you know what, Verbeek's not gonna trade Zegras unless you get like Cole Caulfield and a first.
Which I think Montreal will be willing to give up, but
I think
Zegras
so
is just
too.
too injury prone.
Yeah, he really is, and
Wait,
I don't know,
you could
just
have the
kind
two
of
Caulfield brothers playing together if that came through.
yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Wait, is Judd
Especially with,
still on Anaheim? Did
yeah,
he go
I
across
think
there?
he went down to San Diego.
Okay, yeah,
I think he got sent down to San Diego. I think
yeah.
yeah, Regenda also got sent down to San
Which was
Diego, which was
crazy.
little surprising. I'm not gonna
Yeah, I
lie,
mean, didn't
but
he play most of the season in the NHL last year?
he played a decent amount. I
Decent
don't
amount.
know most season. I know he played a decent amount,
Yeah.
so that was a little surprising for me to see. But there's probably something that they see that we don't. There's yeah. I'm just a fan, and
Me
I'm
too.
not an analyst or
Me
anything.
neither.
And so you don't know like what you can see
Mm,
down there, and you don't know what there is down there. They see something that we don't. There's
yeah. Who knows? That's
yeah
speaking of that, Musty getting sent back
yeah.
to
Was it the Barracuda that he got or
no, to
junior?
juniors.
Oh, junior. I didn't know he got
To
sent to juniors.
I can't remember his junior team. It'll come to me. But
He was named captain of it though. I'm pretty
he
sure.
was. I I don't know what they don't see out of Musty. I think he's NHL ready. I mean, he didn't perform super well in the preseason, but he didn't perform bad.
I think you give him one more. I think their plan is giving him one more year in the
Well, he
OHL.
only gets one
Obviously,
more in the OHL.
that's right, true. So they're gonna give him that
Um,
last year, and then it's probably just another like development year, maybe just
yeah.
to size up a little
I mean,
bit.
I don't know where he'd fit either because you got Celebrini and Smith both playing. I think Gushchin gets an NHL spot this year. Um, and I don't know who else you'd put him in for because he's a winger, right? Or is
I
he?
think so. He's
So
a forward. I know that.
I don't know who else you'd put him in for, but I really like Musty.
Mhm.
Him, the Sharks have such a good young core.
They do,
I'm excited for Cagnoni and stuff, all those guys.
aren't they? They're consistently ranked in the top 5 of prospect polls,
Right
right?
now, I think they're either tied for first or second.
Or second, because I know the Ducks are first, second, or third
I
as
think the
well.
Ducks dropped to third, um,
Oh, because of like
because
the
Minchukov's technically people don't consider him a prospect
yeah.
anymore.
So neither is
Him and
Leo
Zellweger
and
and Lacombe.
Zellweger and yeah.
Yeah,
Lacombe was fun to watch last year. I'm not gonna
he
lie.
was.
He
Yes.
reminds me of Napoleon Dynamite. Like, he kind of looks like Napoleon Dynamite a little bit, but um, no, I loved Lacombe. Like I loved watching him. He was
yes.
fun. The thing that surprised me, he got an A in one of the preseason games, which was a
Yes, which is
little.
weird.
I think was that the game that you and I watched. I think it was the
I'm
game that
pretty
you and
sure.
I
Yes.
watched. If not, it was the one after. But no, it was the one after because I remember
Oh, was
watching
it?
it with the Ducks home jerseys.
Yes, that's right.
So that was a little surprising. So we'll see who else gets the A's this year. I'm not. I know probably Kildare will probably get one,
And
and
Terry.
Terry will most likely get one. Um,
Who else would get one? I don't even know. I mean, Zegras deserves one, but I think that's next year.
next year, McTavish.
McTavish
McTavish,
should
I
get
feel like
one.
might be good.
Speaking of that, the Sharks five alternates.
Yeah.
Who's it? It's Toffoli, Granlund, Barclay, Goodrow,
Hmm.
um, Ferraro, and Cunnin, right?
I think so.
Yes.
And then Couture got the C again, which is
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 it makes sense. He's the only guy to get the C besides Toffoli, but or Ferraro, I guess. I still don't see why Ferraro gets an alternate. He's a good locker room personality, but I don't know about on the ice.
maybe locker room. Let's kind of. I feel like too when you're trying to look at captains, you got to think about the locker room
Yes,
personality.
we don't see that.
Speaking of locker room personality, did you see what Ilya Labushkin said about
No, I
Greg
didn't.
Cronin?
I didn't.
So Labushkin, I'm gonna pull this up right now. I totally slipped my mind to talk about it. So I gotta.
I've always liked Labushkin. He's so underrated.
Yeah, he's a good defenseman. He was fine with the Ducks. I mean,
I forgot he
um,
was on the Ducks.
yeah, he was on the Ducks,
I've
and
always just
then
remembered him on the Sabres.
yeah. So, uh, Labushkin's time with the Ducks. This is I don't remember who sourced this first. I don't remember who broke the news first, but this wasn't. This is what this is from an interview
Mm,
with Labushkin. This was a news article written on him. And
yes.
as a journalism major, I'm required to say that because I do not want to get caught for plagiarizing.
Yes.
Could be in a world of trouble. Playing with the Ducks was hard for Labushkin. The California franchise only won 27 games last season. Labushkin said that he liked the group of guys in the locker room, but that he didn't like that they were constantly losing, which I guess is a
Yes.
huge thing. It does take a hit on
That's
morale.
about the Ducks or the Sabres?
The Ducks.
Okay, yeah.
He was also saying I was more self-critical with myself, and he
Mhm.
lost motivation during his time in Anaheim
I think
just because
that's
they
how a lot
weren't
of Sharks
winning.
players were.
Yeah, you could see it when the Ducks.
Barabanov,
Yeah.
everyone. That's why he went to Russia.
Oh yeah, I forgot he went to Russia.
Him and some other players got released too.
Dang. Oh, yeah, I forgot about
They
that.
said it was really draining, which I get.
Yeah. No, because I know the Ducks. Really funny. My girlfriend before her and I were even together last year. I was working with Chipotle. Not to badmouth Chipotle or anything. Great company, great food. I having a really rough week with school and work and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
And so my girlfriend actually, she knew I was a huge Ducks fan, right?
Mhm.
And so she bought me tickets to the Ducks home opener last year before we were even together, which kind of shout out to her. 1 year is on Saturday the 5th,
Sure.
so shout out to her, shout out to the girlfriend. It is awesome, but it was just awesome because it was really funny. I went into my dorm and I'm like, "Where's my Ducks jersey?" Like I was freaking out because I just washed it, right?
Yes,
And
for
so I'm
sure.
freaking out. I don't know where it is, and so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to your dorm. I'm done with work. Like I just need to sleep, and then
Yeah.
it's there with like a bunch of little post-it note hearts and saying like,
That's
I got you tickets for
that's
the Ducks
so
and
good. She's
Hurricanes.
such a good
So
girlfriend.
she's awesome. Yeah, she's great. But anyways, he also said that he had lost motivation during the time, not just because they weren't winning, but it was just a bunch of things. It was Cronin. He was tough. The psychological atmosphere within the team was very difficult. It wasn't that I wanted to quit hockey at that moment, but I did catch myself thinking, "Am I really tired of hockey already?"
Dang.
When he moved to Toronto, he said it just all
Forgot he
disappeared.
was on Toronto.
Yeah, he went to Toronto. He got traded back to Toronto, or got traded to Toronto. So Verbeek essentially Verbeek picked Labushkin up in free agency and then traded him out. So he essentially got a third round pick, or he might have traded a fourth for a third. I think he got Labushkin for a fourth and then traded it for a third to Toronto.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that.
Has that third already been used?
It's either used this year or next year. I don't quite
'Cause
remember.
I'm
I think it was
curious who
this
they
year.
pick up. The drafts are so deep.
Yeah, I'm curious. We'll see. But he was also saying how the coach, even though Cronin was a good guy, he put enormous psychological pressure on the players.
Yeah.
They'd come in, warm up, sit in a meeting for an hour, and then hit the ice. And they were like, he was like, "Why are we warming up now? Let's do it after the meeting."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, we can't do it that way because this is our way, you know." And then 2 months they changed it, agreeing, saying, "Okay, let's do it your way. Let's do the meeting and then warm up and then go onto the ice."
Yeah, for
which makes
sure.
sense. But essentially, you'd sit there for 40 minutes listening to things unrelated to hockey. Then you start watching video. You've already been sitting for 40 minutes listening to random stories. It's just exhausting. He was a good coach and good person, but that was his approach. You'd walk into the locker room and see all the other guys with the same expressions on their faces as you. It was hard to find any motivation to go out and train, and it wasn't just about struggling to find motivation. You just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So, and he's also saying he's singing his praises for Minchikov, saying how he has a bright future in the NHL. He's bound to achieve great results and become a top defenseman in the league. And I'm excited to see Minchikov play. I was actually the Ducks home opener. Was Minchikov's first NHL goal, and so I have a video of it on my phone. It was awesome. It was great to be there, and that was definitely an exciting moment that was my girlfriend's first hockey game too. And so seeing that was super cool. I went to the Ducks Kraken game where this was the exact jersey matchup.
That's funny.
And Zegras scored the lacrosse goal. So I was there when Zegras scored a lacrosse goal, which that was really cool. He was like, "Connor Bedard, he scored a lacrosse? Oh, I got to do it now." And so
they happened like almost
it happened
after each other too.
It happened like an hour and a half to 2 hours after. Like it was fairly quick.
Speaking of recent news, I wanted to mention Swayman.
Yeah, the Swayman contract. I forgot. Yeah.
So if you guys haven't heard, there was a statement from, I think it was his.
There was two statements. One from
I've seen both, but the main one was where, it was his agent.
Mm-hmm.
At the press conference, the Bruins said that $64 million was referenced for his contract, but that was the
They
first
were
time that
they
they ever
ever
said
heard
that.
that. Yeah.
And I think Swayman is such a good goalie. I don't know why the Bruins haven't re-signed him. I mean, I know there's much more into contracts than I
Right.
know, but
Well, taking a look here at Boston's cap hit, they only have 7.8 left in cap this year.
that's true.
They don't have that much left. Whereas like there's like 6 or 7 other teams that
Sharks
have,
have 10 million.
yeah, the Sharks have 10 million. They can afford them. But how's their goaltending tandem
They don't
looking?
need him
Like
right
that's
now, and they're not on a run where they need him. I mean, they got up and coming Askarov. Swayman's gonna get a full time NHL job. They already got Blackwood,
that's
who's
true.
getting a full time. Same thing with Vanacek. So if he gets injured, Askarov comes up. They don't need Swayman right now.
That's true. Yeah, because you also have Vanacek and Blackwood and Askarov. So
But I'm thinking Swayman would be really good in Columbus.
yeah, they're
They got Elvis, and then
mhm.
who's their other goalie?
It is, why is it's escaping me right now? Hold on.
They
They
only have a
have,
million in cap hit.
yeah. Well,
Dang.
it's
Oh, because
actually
of the and
the
you heard that they won't have penalties because of the
because of the
Gaudreau
kids
thing.
Joe thing, which I think is really really sweet
Rip
of the
Johnny
NHL.
Gaudreau.
I know.
Yeah.
Which
Tarasov. That's
Tarasov, yeah. So
yeah.
that he Merz Lincoln's obviously solid goalie, but I do think you need someone
Someone.
who is a little bit older, maybe to help Tarasov.
Yeah.
I think Swayman would be a great fit in
Swayman
Columbus.
would be their new Bobrovsky.
Yeah, that'd be great. But he's an RFA though, right? Swayman's an
He is.
RFA.
He's
So
gonna get traded if not signed.
so
No one's gonna sign him.
yeah.
Um, unless someone like Columbus with a big cap wants to take it, but I don't think Columbus is. I think if anyone signs him, it's Boston, and I think if he gets traded, it would be maybe to somewhere like Montreal, actually.
Montreal or Columbus.
Montreal or
The
Columbus.
teams I did a little bit of research on this today. The teams that are able to afford Swayman are Anaheim, Utah, San Jose, Calgary, and then Columbus, obviously. So those are the 5 teams, and then obviously, if Boston doesn't re-sign him, that's the places that could afford him. Although you do have some different teams. They could trade Cap out, they could bring Cap in.
Yes.
They have all this stuff. So Boston would be good. So yeah, so
I think
there's
Utah would be a good fit. I mean, because
they got Vizmelka,
Vermelka and uh, I know their other guy, Ingram.
Ingram.
But
Yeah, I
I
think.
think if you were to take goalie out, it'd be Vermelka. I think Ingram's good up and coming, but I don't think Vermelka's panned out.
Well, Ingram's 27. He's in his second year of a 3-year contract. Vizmelka is in his last year. They're both.
That's
Veggie
true.
is 28. So yeah, who knows? I mean, there's so much that could happen. There's so much that
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot that could happen with that. So
Speaking of Utah, what do you think about their jerseys? You're like you don't know.
it's they're mid.
Yeah.
Good alternate. The black homes are a good
Good
alternate.
old art alternate.
They'd
Good
be not.
alternate.
They wouldn't be necessarily a good alternate. They'd be a mid alternate.
I mean,
They wouldn't be the best, but they
they
wouldn't
wouldn't be
be
the
the
worst.
worst.
Yeah.
So I don't like the Utah down the.
I kind of like that idea, kind of going with the old like New York Rangers
I
vibe.
do.
I always every time like on NHL when I'm not on NHL but like online when I'm creating jerseys I always do that for an alternate for every team. But I think for a normal home jersey I don't think it would be good.
Yeah.
To me they look like if you guys have ever seen the Barracuda alternate, I think, or is it their home,
Yeah.
the black one that says
The
Cuda?
yeah.
I
That's what they
love
look
that
like.
jersey,
It's a
but
nice jersey.
it looks like that, and I don't particularly like it.
Yeah.
But their away jerseys look nice.
Yeah, I like the Utah with the white, the white and the baby blue and the black. You can't go wrong with that
They remind me
combination.
of the Kraken jerseys, not
Little
gonna
bit,
lie.
little
Just with
bit,
the color scheming.
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
the color scheming is nice. I like the baby blue.
Yes.
They should. I'm really hoping this is a prayer, and if the hockey gods are
For their
listening,
name.
the Yetis for
Yes.
their name, I
Yes.
think that would be the best name. But their alternates, baby blue, a baby blue alternate with
Black stripes.
black stripes or
Mhm.
maybe the black Utah lettering or something, I think
Yeah.
would look very nice. I'm not
Yes.
I'm not a huge fan of the I don't know. The lettering is interesting for me. It feels too big and blocky. Like the Rangers do it really nice because it's
Well, it's also classic. I
yeah.
mean, so I think it's more nostalgia than anything
Hmm.
for people.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course.
and Utah, they have some good players. Carconi had a breakout season last season. Cooley's obviously up and coming. I'm looking at their lineup right now.
Yeah,
Michelli's still up and coming. Keller's gonna be their next captain.
I think so too. I
Doing
think Kellen,
great. And then Jersey,
not
Jersey.
Kellen. Jersey, yeah.
Um, and Sergachev, which is an interesting fit.
Yeah, he fits kind of nicely, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm excited to see how he does with that.
Anaheim
I know
or
Cap
said
has yeah, Anaheim has about 20 million cap,
that's
so
crazy.
that's nice.
It is nice.
It's nice because they could totally go.
What they need is they need a big player. Like
Yeah,
they need like I'm not gonna say line A, but like they need
they
someone
need
like
someone
line
like him. Yeah, no, it was actually really interesting because I don't know if you heard they made offers on Marchessault, on Stamkos, on Shea, and on Montour. They made
A.
four
Yes.
offers, and obviously they didn't go to Anaheim, obviously because of
I
Montour's
mean
with the
Montour's going to the
Kraken and
Kraken. Stamkos with the Predators.
Stamkos.
Predators are looking
Yeah,
scary
I'm
with
excited for the
Marchessault and
Marchessault,
Stamkos.
Stamkos, and Shea.
I
That's gonna
forgot they
be
got Shea
Brady Shea.
too.
Yeah,
Yes.
I always love asking people, how do you think you spell Shay? And they're like Shay, and it's
Jei.
SKJEI or something like that. So,
It's funny. The Sharks did this thing. I think it was last season or 2 seasons ago, where they took like Sharks names and asked like the 49ers to say them.
oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, it was like Kanizhov,
Yeah,
Rip Kanizhov. Dude, he needs an NHL spot.
yeah, he does.
I think it was Calgary or was it Arizona that had him on a PTO maybe
I think so.
and released him. I think he's still good. I mean, he was battling injuries, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, I know. I'm a little worried about Gibby too. I'm not gonna lie. Did you hear
Gibby's.
about Gibby?
I did. I mean, honestly, it's a hot take. I think he's overrated now.
Yeah, no.
Ever since the 2019 All Star game in San Jose, I think he hasn't been performing.
Yeah,
Um,
well, it's hard when you get no defense in front of you, though. That's the
that's
thing.
true. I mean, he's still a good
He's
goalie.
a great
Like
goalie,
I'd
yeah.
want him on my team. Well, I'd want him on the Sharks because I mean, Blackwood and Vanacek, they can't hang around forever.
Right.
But I do think it's almost time for him to call it quits.
Yeah, well, he'll be year 6 of 8 on his contract, so I think he has like 3 years left.
Yes.
So he'll be I think it's I don't remember. I literally just pulled up his card too. He'll be a UFA in 2027 when he's 33. So
So
we'll
we'll
see.
see if someone picks him up.
Hmm.
But I think at that point he's probably gonna call it quits.
Most likely,
Um,
especially with the injuries he's had and
yeah,
everything. You know who I miss on the Ducks as a goalie?
Anderson.
Jonas Hiller.
Yes. Did you
I
see
loved Jonas Hiller.
did the Sharks knew like one of their goaltending coaches, not in the Backup, Ryan Miller.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's awesome. I
That's
love
sweet.
Ryan
I
Miller.
love right. I'm really happy for him. He was because he played on Vancouver and Anaheim
Buffalo.
and Buffalo,
Buffalo's where I
and
remember him the most.
I was obviously I remember him in Anaheim because as a Ducks fan, but I do remember him in Buffalo. Like his name
Yes.
does stand out in Buffalo. That's I feel where he got like some of the best. You know,
Yes.
there was another goalie too when Hiller was there. It was crap. I gotta look at this now. It was 2012 Ducks roster. Let's see this real quick. That's not how you spell 2012.
How you spell 2012?
It's not. It was Jonas Hiller, and it was someone else. I don't remember who it was, but it was so funny because I
I know who you're
like a
talking
really
about.
funny story about him. Kind of funny.
God, these names. Freaking Getzlaff, dude.
Getzlaff, Bolesky,
Benino.
Benino, Cogs. I miss Cogliano so
Dude,
much.
he was so good on
He
the Sharks.
was,
Him and
he
Benino
was,
were
yeah.
good.
I really liked. I don't know if they did this when he was in the Sharks, but it was really cool in Anaheim. You'd go to the team store and he had this foundation called Cogs for Dogs, and so it was like Anaheim Ducks dog gear, and so like a dog bed or like a
but they
bone,
promoted it.
and so he
They,
called
they
it
did have a dog bed and a bone, but they didn't have everything.
he called it like Cogs for Dogs or Dogs for Cogs, something like that, which I always loved, and he'll always hold like a great place in my heart. Ryan Kessler, I know he's not on here, but I miss Saku Koivu so much. Ricard Raquel,
Bobby Ryan.
Bobby.
Dude, oh
I
my
wish nothing but the
Spiza,
best
I
for him.
love Spiza.
Lucas Pisa and I, we actually share a birthday.
Yeah.
Him,
when he
McTavish, and I all share a birthday,
I share a
January
birthday-
30th.
just to one up you, I share a
Birthday.
birthday with
With
Crosby.
Crosby, yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, whatever. Victor Foss, that's
Oh
who it
my
was.
God, dude.
That's who it was. No, so I remember because
You
like
need to look up the 12-13 Sharks roster.
yeah, I will. Hold on. But it was really
So
what was awesome. Oh, I miss Bruce Boudreau. What was
He's
really
still coaching, right?
he might.
He was coaching, I thought, for the Canucks for a while.
No, he got
for
fired.
me,
He got fired, and
He
he
was on
went.
Minnesota.
He
too,
went
right?
to
Or
an
maybe-
analyst job. He's an analyst now.
Oh,
a panel
I'm
analyst.
thinking of the other guy. Yeah.
But I think what's awesome is I didn't really like Victor Foss because my name's Jonas,
Yeah.
and so Jonas Hiller, right?
Yeah.
Like we share a name, and my first ever jersey was a Jonas Hiller
I'm
Ducks
surprised
jersey.
you don't like Donskoy more.
So you spell it Joonas, not Jonas.
Same difference. though.
I
You
guess
say it's similar.
well, his is Eunice Donskoy. That's how you say it.
Jonas. It's just Jonas.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
one of
know
the
that.
same.
Nice. That's cool.
He's
Okay.
my buddy, man. Every time I like see him warm up, he'd come over to glass and give me a fist bump,
That's cool.
like on the glass, and like we'd talk to him. I was sad when he went to Colorado.
Yeah.
Still good, and then picked up by Seattle, but the concussions and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we still him and Radim Shimek were my buddies.
Mhm.
I love them.
I remember one day I went to a Ducks game, and I was like super young at the time, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm there. We get there early, and I'm right next to the tunnel because the tunnels fill up super quickly.
I've only went to
And
the Sharks
so-
tunnel once.
I usually sit down on the glass, like by the
I have a
box,
story about
so,
this once you finish.
But it was great because you know how they like come out of the tunnel real quick and like wait before they warm up.
Yes.
So I'm standing above, and Jonas Hiller is like right under me, and so I'm like, I have the Jonas Hiller. I have the same name as you, except I say it with Jonas because I'm not Swiss. And my mom's like, I'm so sorry, and Hiller just starts cracking up, and it was
How old
awesome.
were you?
Oh, I was like 6.
Oh, that's hilarious.
7. I was just this little tiny kid.
So a couple years ago,
Yeah, it was great.
I went to the tunnel. I was with my cousin. I went to the tunnel on the Sharks vs Flyers game where Meyer got his first hat trick.
Mhm.
And I think Ferraro got his first NHL goal that game. and
Yeah, I think I know the
it
game we're
was-
talking
And
about.
I think it was Shellman. That's a name.
That is a name.
Who has it? It spells like hay though. K-E-L-L. Look up Sharks vs Flyers.
Here, Sharks vs
Sharks
Flyers.
vs Flyers Meyer hat trick, and just look up the
Oh,
box score.
not
I might be
our-
wrong. I know Ferraro's first was against
Alright.
the Flyers.
Hold my mic.
Yeah, I got you. I'm now speaking in 2 mics.
That's gonna be weird for audio.
Meyer hat trick. First
6-1.
6-1, yes. So I was at this game. Yeah, Shellman. Yes, Ferraro and Shellman both had their first goals, and then Meyer had the next 3 for the Sharks, but wasn't a natural. And then it was Marlowe. I remember that game. That was such a good game.
I miss Patty Marlowe. I
Him and
love
Thornton.
Marlowe.
You see Celebrini's living
With Thornton.
With Thornton
I think that's
Smith's
so
living with
great.
Marlowe.
I think that's so great. I love that they that's awesome.
Thornton's great.
So, yeah,
He
Thornton's
does a
awesome.
full-time coaching job.
He does.
He's been doing stuff with the team, which is
That's
good.
cool. Yeah, I think he's part of the front office, right?
What do you think about the Sharks' new coach, Warsofsky?
I actually don't know much about it. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't looked into it much,
I
but
was looking into it yesterday. They said other teams, coaches have said the Sharks look like an actual team again, even though they still suck.
yeah. No, that's good. That's always good. I'm hoping. I'm waiting for the Ducks to. I'm getting choked out.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for the Ducks to.
It's the 12-13 Sharks roster.
Yeah,
Or maybe it
well,
was 13-14. No,
this
12
was
this was 19.
This was in 2019, but the 12-13 roster you said.
Serious 12-13 Sharks roster. There was so many. 2012, yeah. Because I'm curious. Brain reminds me of NHL 12.
Loved
so many
NHL 12.
games. captain was Thornton at that time.
Yeah, Todd McClellan was the coach.
McClellan.
That's crazy.
Um, yeah,
Dan
Burns was
Boyle,
still
Justin Braun,
such an underrated defenseman. Ryan Clough,
Brent
Demers,
Burns,
TJ Gagliardi, I loved. Scott Gomez was good.
Thomas Grice.
Yes.
Dang. Oh, his
Havlat,
birthday's the day before mine.
Havlat, Irwin, or that's Tim Kennedy. Tyler Kennedy, Auntie Niemi, dude, he was my buddy.
Yeah.
love him.
Staylock.
Frazier McLaren, dude.
What a name. It's great. And then Vlasic. Vlasic's been a shark
Torres,
for Rafi Torres.
Oh my god, I remember
his birthday's in 5 days. Wild.
Wow.
Rafi Torres, he's 42.
When he was on Toronto and he had that big hit against or maybe he got hit. I'm not sure, but there was a big hit he made one time. He got like flying, it was like a hit to the head.
Was it Toronto? It was probably against Toronto.
You know who reminds me of Rafi Torres? I mean, I know he's not playing anymore, but what's his name? The one that does Pink Whitney. Paul Bissonnette.
Oh, Paul Bissonnette, yeah.
I love him. My dad hates his like pre and post games, but I think he's funny.
He can be funny.
Lundqvist is the funniest one. Him and Gretzky are the
I love
one.
Lundqvist is so handsome.
You know, okay.
He's so attractive.
So
I'm not saying this in a gay way, but
so I know you've been to Sacramento a lot and like near where I am. You know the hockey rink, Skate Town?
Yeah, I think I've driven past
That's where I play.
Uh-huh.
And Lundqvist's like niece and nephew play there, so he used to have an advertisement. He came to the rink one time. I wasn't able to see him. So did Chara.
That's cool.
Which is so weird because I think he was in San Jose and he was doing some type of like, let me go to like small town rinks.
That's
like,
cool.
Something. Someone got his stick and it's so tall.
I loved going the like in franchise mode where you can do like the fantasy drafts. I always picked up Chara. Picked up Chara.
I don't care what his rating.
I don't care how old he was. His rating. You always. That's like
in 22 and 23. I always picked up Carey Price, even though he was only a 78 overall. I could get him now. He's like a 72. So
he's not. I don't even think he's in the game anymore. Is he?
He is. He is for 24.
I don't know if he's in for 25.
Is Weber still in the game?
I don't know if
Did
he
ever
is.
officially announce his retirement?
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea.
Because he's in the Ducks system, or he was, right?
No, he's in Vegas' system.
Oh no, that's right.
Because that trade got denied.
Wait, no, he's in Arizona's system.
He's in someone's system as
an IR. Still getting paid.
I think he's done though. That's the thing.
Which sucks
because of injuries.
That was so abrupt. I loved him.
I know. I really liked Weber. Happy. What is it? Well, it's not an actual day, but it's what's the guy that keeps getting paid? Oh, Rick DiPietro.
Oh my god.
Rick DiPietro Day, every July 1st. 18-year thing. Yeah, that's really funny. It's like the whole I hate to switch sports. Shohei Ohtani. How he signed that $70 million or that $700 million.
There's another player who's getting
contract.
paid who's been retired for like 5 seasons.
Yeah,
not from the Dodgers, but I think it was from like, I'm not sure.
Shoot, who is it? No, because I know who you're talking about.
I saw a video on it and I was like, I knew the player. I can't remember now, but
I can't remember the name. I'm blanking.
It was crazy, but yeah, it does remind me of Ohtani. You're right.
Ohtani, yeah, because how he took that $700 million contract for 10 years, but how he deferred. He's only getting paid $2 million every year for the next 10 years, and then he gets the rest of the other $680 million,
which was smart.
Yeah, but that might actually end up.
He's already going to be on a winning team with the Dodgers, but it might end up screwing the Dodgers.
It's going to screw them over in their finances because you're paying out these people,
especially once Kershaw and everyone is done.
Yeah.
And that's gonna screw them over.
Yeah. No, it's definitely interesting. So baseball is fun. Playoffs are fun. I'm just excited for the Yankees to see what they do. So.
What else do I want to talk about? Oh, waivers.
Oh yeah, the waivers.
So
switching topics.
So a bunch more players got put on waivers. I'm not gonna name them all, but Walker Dewar got put on waivers. Which
he did.
I want the Sharks to pick him up, which they won't. Also, Rasmus Asplund, Zach Dahlpe, and Jacob Megna got put on waivers.
Oh, Megna got put on waivers.
Yes, and then Blankenberg got put on waivers from Nashville, which is
interesting.
Weird.
That is interesting.
And Agazino, whatever. And then Axel Johnson-Fialbi and Mason Shaw also. But that was all today. October 1st, there was a lot. There wasn't a lot. But Louis Domingue got put on waivers.
Oh, he did?
Which is funny.
That's funny. What team is he on? I
New
forget
York
he's
Rangers.
Rangers. I
And then
forget he's still
Patera
playing.
got put on waivers from the Canucks. He goes back to the Knights. They picked him up.
Okay.
And then on the um yeah, so on yesterday, Patera got claimed, and that was when the Swayman stuff
Mhm.
started happening. But um, waivers trade fix Wolanski. I loved him. I went to the AHL All Star game.
Okay.
So I was where like Mook Madulin,
That's
Askarov,
cool. Yeah.
Graham Clark, and Brant Clark.
Brant Clark. Yeah.
Fix Wolanski was there. I liked Fix
Clark was
Wolanski.
fun. I went to a rain game last year. I think I went to one, but Clark
Clark's a
was
good player.
fun to
I saw the
watch.
game. I was watching the game where he scored against the Bruins.
Really, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then let's see. Um,
I
Matthew
went.
Phillips got placed on waivers. I
Oh
thought he was gonna
wow.
be really good.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Also, Bo Grew got put on waivers from the Rangers.
Mm.
Um,
He's with the Rangers now.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then the Sharks put Potoralski and Sabarin on waivers. They cleared them. They got reassigned to AHL. So did Bstet.
Really?
Yeah,
That's surprising.
I thought he was. I think he's gonna get some NHL games this
I
season.
think so too.
But yeah, he got put on waivers.
You know,
Or not put on waivers. He just went down.
you know who else got put on waivers that I'm a little sad about?
Hmm.
Igor Sidorov.
I
Sidorov
just
got
saw
put.
that, which is so weird. I
I
think
know
he's
he's
so
gonna be
good.
great. I'm excited to see what he does in the AHL. Hoping that he tears it up down there so he can get
Mhm.
called up to the Ducks really quickly.
You know who I think's gonna be really good is Fedor Svechkov from
Yeah.
Nashville. Um, the one person I thought was gonna be good from the Sharks it was Bordelot, but he's looking like another Kevin Labanc, and
Yeah.
I hate Kevin Labanc. He just doesn't. He has a
He's
PTO with
amazing.
Calgary right now, but he's lazy.
Yeah.
And people are saying Celebrini looks like LeBanc, and same thing with Musty. I'm like, I don't see
Mm.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Bordelot's time's pretty much over, and it sucks too, cause like I really like Bordelot as like a
Mhm.
person, cause my old camp counselor went to whatever the other Michigan school was that Bordelot wasn't going to.
Okay.
But he's friends with all those guys like Bordelot, Blankenberg, all the guys from Michigan,
That's cool.
and people who've played there. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
but
awesome. Yeah. Though
Joe
Stahl for the
Stahl,
Ducks is doing really well as well. I
yes,
don't know. I just have the Ducks
he's a
team
goalie
pulled
of the
up, so
future.
I'm
You know who I
yeah.
really like from St. Louis is Hofer.
Yeah.
I really like Hofer, and I really like their defenseman Tyler Tucker.
Mhm.
I like St. Louis is interesting too because they got a Vlad Jurenko as a prospect goalie.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I know all this stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm not good with all the. You're the waiver wire person.
I'm the
I'm
waiver
not.
wire and prospect person. You're
I'm more stats.
you're
I like the
stats.
stats. I like the
That's good.
numbers,
Good.
stats and injuries, and I'm
Yeah,
excited for our franchise mode. That's gonna be fun.
that'll be
So
fun. I'll be the guy who drafts and does the trades.
I don't mind doing the drafting and the scouting and stuff too. I know.
You
I
can
know
do
it.
scouting. I'm not so good on scouting.
Scouting's rough though in NHL. I don't know
It
if they
is.
changed it with 25, which I haven't gotten 25 yet. So we'll
I'm
see.
excited for
See what
the
happens.
no
But
trade clauses.
yeah, I am too. That's gonna be
That's gonna
awesome.
make it harder though because like you know how in franchise mode how like in the draft you can pick up players who are really good that are becoming free agents and then
Yeah.
just sign them. That's gonna be hard because they won't have interest with your team, especially if they have a no trade clause
Yeah. So that'll be
and
that'll be
the
fun.
draft pick moving. NHL 25 looks fun.
It's fun. It looks from what I've heard from the community, it's better. There's still a bunch of bugs they need to fix, but it seems that
I'm
the
hoping
it's trending in the right
the
direction.
two things like I think for me I'd be fine if nothing else changed except for the interference penalties and the not being able to win faceoffs.
Face-offs you just have to get better at.
No, because I do the same. People all over have the same problem.
Really interesting.
What difficulty do you play on?
All-Star.
I do All Star and Pro. I play Pro and I haven't played for a while and like I need to like
Then
go back
yeah.
into it. But I play All Star and Pro and I do my same moves I've been doing on All Star for in NHL 23 and through all my games and they don't work.
Really, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
and people have had that same problem.
That's interesting.
Apparently it's a bug in some games and not in others. Like it kind of randomly goes, but
That's interesting.
that's the one. But it works on rookie mode. Like I go on a rookie mode, I'm able to win face off.
Well, yeah, because it's rookie mode.
No, but still, I do the same thing.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
I mean, I only win them when I like do like a face off tie up.
Mm,
But like,
interesting.
yeah, it's interesting. But the one thing I want to see come back is that outdoor games.
Yeah, I missed the ODR mode. The ODR mode was one of my
That
favorites
and
in
we need a
NHL 12.
full intro presentation, like
Yes.
they had in 15, 16, 17, 18,
Yeah.
with the announcers. You don't
With
have to show the
Jock
announcer's
Emmerich,
face,
but
but like we know whole like remember in 14 and in 12 when like the Sharks would actually skate out of the hay.
yeah,
Like we
that's
need that. We need what I wanted to do. I was telling my dad about this was they should have how they have the partnership with NBC. They
yeah,
they should do a partnership with NBC, CBS, and Bally, and then there's just normal EA Sports one. You could choose like which broadcast
that's
you
cool. I
want.
do like that
It would,
is
it would just be a different scoreboard,
that'd
but
be
like
awesome. Well, have you I don't know if you have watched any of the on the Ducks new broadcast. They switched from Bally to Victory Plus.
I saw that.
It's really nice.
I haven't seen any of it, but I heard about
I
that.
was watching. I'll show you after we finish recording because I don't want to be too much to sign in and everything. So after we get done recording,
Yeah,
I'll show you. It's really nice actually. The score bug and everything is really nice. It's
yeah.
it's in the top corner, and so it's just in the top corner.
I
It's
I
smaller. It's nice.
yeah. I don't. People hate the bottom ones. I like Bally's.
It's hit or miss.
I like their score animations.
Yeah,
With the scoreboard.
the
The
animations are
one I
nice, but
don't like is Sportsnet. They have the one where it just like shows the goal.
yeah,
Oh, it's just like that one's dumb. I still my favorite's NBC for sure.
yeah. NBC is you cannot beat an NBC
No, you have the
score
shots
bug.
right there,
Yeah, it's nice.
and when
No,
it's the playoffs, you got little playoff
the
tickers.
play,
It's
yeah,
great.
it's really nice. I do like that. I love it like watching because I was watching the MLB playoffs the other day
Mm.
on
Yeah, MLB's one's very
it's
good.
very nice. Yeah, and their
Yeah.
score bug and everything's really. I love the MLB. Well, it was ESPN on ABC, but
Mm.
I love how they had like in the corner with the copyright logo
Mm.
in that same kind of opaque font that
Yeah.
it had like the Detroit leads 1-0 and
Yeah.
whatnot. And I love ESPN's baseball score bug. Like it's so clean and it's really nice, and you can do so much with it.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
ESPN is nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. All right, heading on. How do you predictions for the regular season up and coming? It starts tomorrow.
So it does.
It
Right.
does start tomorrow.
So I think the bottom feeders, like the bottom five, I think the Sharks are going to be somewhere in 3 or 4. Although I'd like them to get first or second. I think it's another deep draft, so I don't really care. But I think it's going to be Anaheim, Columbus, like not in order, but like Anaheim, Columbus, Chicago, um, San Jose, and what was the other team I was thinking? Um, I was saying a hot take and saying Calgary,
Mm,
but I don't. That's not in bottom
Calgary's
five.
they're good enough to be
I
mid
don't. I
pack.
saw a post on it, and I can't remember what the
Yeah,
other team was. For
maybe Utah.
no,
Maybe
Utah, I think it's gonna be somewhere around 8.
okay.
Um, what is your predictions for maybe like a dark horse playoff team?
Dark horse playoff team. I would say the Preds, but not anymore now that they have Stamkos.
Yes.
Pittsburgh can make a run at it again.
Oh,
I
that's the team.
mean,
They were saying
oh,
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's gonna be
Pittsburgh's
bottom
gonna be
five.
in bottom 10.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I can see that actually. Crosby's getting old. That core's getting a little older, so I can see that. I think a dark horse. I feel like the Red Wings are gonna finally make it this
They
year.
are. They are.
I think the Preds are gonna finally make it this year. Let me actually just pull up a list real quick. Hold on.
So for me, I think a dark horse playoff team, yeah, would have to be Detroit. For a Stanley Cup winner, I don't even know. I don't think Florida's gonna go because they lost Montour.
Yeah,
Um,
Montreal was a huge part of that too.
but I don't know, man. Like I don't want to say Edmonton, but I'm gonna say Edmonton.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't like Edmonton, not for the reason because they're a team. It's just our neighbor really likes Edmonton, and he's like very vocal about it. Um, but I don't know. The hot take I say is Edmonton's not gonna make the playoffs. Like they're
really.
just gonna miss it.
Dang. There's actually if according to
Edmonton, Minnesota.
moneypuck.com, their prediction tracker that they have,
They have
Edmonton
the
has
highest.
the highest chance to win the cup, I
I
believe.
don't think they're going to. I think they're gonna fold again. But I could see Dallas winning or Carolina. I don't know. Colorado's no. The Rangers. I had them going. I had them or Boston going to the finals.
Really
Yeah.
wild. I don't think LA makes the playoffs this year.
Me
I
neither. If they do, they're out in the first round again.
against the Oilers.
Against the Oilers.
That's probably what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna lie. I think Detroit or Ottawa will make it.
LA hasn't done anything to fix their problems. I mean, Byfield's getting better, and Brant Clark's been getting better, and Fiala's still great, but
Yeah.
I don't think they've done anything really to fix their problem. I just saw that graphic the
Yeah.
other day.
So I guess going back to this, if you were to throw, not that we condone sports betting or anything,
Yeah,
but if you were to throw $5 on a team to win the cup, who would you throw it on?
Dallas.
Dallas?
I think Edmonton. I mean, my hot take is that they're not going to make the playoffs, but they most likely will. But I think if Dallas plays Edmonton, Dallas has fixed their problems, especially with Stan Coven
Hmm.
gonna get a full time job and Johnston's still getting better. Except Pavelski's retired, but I don't think that's he didn't do much in the playoffs. I mean, he had those couple games where he was getting a lot of points, but he
Yeah.
didn't do a whole lot. But I think and then Ottinger. I mean, I need Ottinger for fantasy.
Yeah,
He
I
needs
know
to hit
Andre for
well, but
fantasy for sure.
he's still as good as ever, and Wedgwood's still a good backup. If he's Wedgwood's still in Dallas, right? Or did he get picked up?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Wedgwood's still a great backup. Yeah, so I $5 on any team, I'd say Dallas to win cup. Um, what about you?
I'm gonna say, shoot, actually, I don't know. I'm gonna go to the East.
Okay, I guess we could do one from the West, one from the East would be better.
My West would be Dallas. My
Yes,
my West would be Dallas.
yes.
Dallas or Edmonton. Those are kind of the two teams I'm kind of stuck on. I've had Edmonton to win it for the past, like I had them winning it last year.
Hmm.
I actually no, I had Carolina winning it last year against Edmonton. Um, I,
Yes,
I would say either Carolina or New Jersey from the East. I think New Jersey is going to bounce back. They had
yes.
kind of a rough year last year with
I'm
injuries and
saying
stuff, but
I would say the Rangers, but I just don't know.
I don't think the Rangers will make it.
Yeah, so I say Carolina. I'm kind of now going back and forth looking. I think depending on how Vancouver does, I may
Really,
consider them. I mean, last year they looked really good.
they did look good last year.
Who did they play? They played
Um,
Edmonton, right?
no, they played
No, in the first round they
first
played.
round. They played
First one that round they won. I can't remember if it was the
Stars.
no,
The Stars beat Vegas.
no, because Stars no, because
They played
Stars played
Nash.
Edmonton in the semifinals.
Played Nashville, I think.
Did they?
Let me. What was the
I can't
bracket
remember, but
last
I
year?
remember Vancouver playing Edmonton's a big thing because my dad's hockey friends, obviously the one likes Edmonton and the other one likes Vancouver,
Hmm.
so they have a big rivalry.
That's fun.
Um, and yeah,
Let me see if I can change this and see if we can go back to last year. Um, uh, we'll see what.
I like how
Oh,
the St. Louis logo is like so close to Chicago.
yeah. Oh, whoa, that's cool. There's all the
Whoa,
stats on a Excel spreadsheet. That's
that's
awesome. That's
awesome.
sweet. I need to use this website more. This is awesome.
Moneypuck.com for you guys who are
Moneypuck.com.
wondering.
Yeah, that's a great website.
Moneypuck.com and then Puckpedia is the replacement for
I miss Cat Friendly.
Cat
I
Friendly.
miss Cat Friendly. But no, it's great. All right, so that's gonna be it for our hockey talk. But it is the first episode, so
Yes.
we're gonna have a little bit of fun here on the first episode. We might end off every episode with a little bit of trivia. Maybe this week or this episode I quiz you. Maybe next week you quiz me.
Yes.
We could have a little bit of fun with that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. This week we're just gonna do super basic. Okay.
Okay.
I want you to name every single Stanley Cup champion starting from 2024 and see how far down the list you can make.
Does it have to be in order or just like in
It
general?
has to be in order.
So okay, so Florida, Vegas, then it was Colorado, right?
Yep.
Colorado, who was before Colorado? Was it Tampa before
Yep.
Colorado?
It was
It was
Tampa.
Tampa 2 years in a row.
Yep.
And then it was shoot, I really used to know this. Was it an East team or was it a West
It was a
team?
West team. They
Who did they beat?
the Bruins.
Oh God.
It was when Brad Marchand was crying on the bench and everyone was memeing it.
I do remember this game. It was a West team. I'm gonna look at the team list because then I'll know it. Um,
I will. Oh, I was gonna
remember. I
say
remember LA won, but that's like
that's
farther down.
later. Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say a player, but that's gonna give it away, so I can't say
I'm
that.
gonna say a
But
different player.
um, I'll just say they were at one point in the year they were like bottom 5
I do remember.
of the
Can I use
league.
your mouse to like
Yeah, of
scroll
course.
down?
Go ahead.
Um, it was a West team. Oh, Pittsburgh beat Sharks, but that wasn't. Pittsburgh won 2 years in a row,
They
right?
did. Yeah.
But that was the year before this one, right? Or was it 2 years before?
Um, I'm not gonna give that away.
Chicago also won. Um, I don't know that year.
Um, the goalie was a rookie.
I don't know.
I have him on my fantasy team.
You do.
Yes.
I'm gonna go look at your fantasy team. No, I can't. I can't log in time.
I'll go here. Let me do. We'll actually pull up this here. I think this is easier if we do it like this. They're in the Central Division.
Central. Oh, it was St. Louis.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were like last, and
I
Bennington was a
remember
rookie.
that
Yeah,
because the Sharks were about to go, and then St. Louis
St.
beat
Louis
the
beat
Sharks.
them. Yeah, that's the year the Sharks had that overtime winner. No, was that the year before? I think it might have been the year before when the Sharks beat out Vegas. No, it was that year when the Sharks beat out
It was
Vegas.
that year. I was at Game 7.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
so sweet. So in the year before that, Vegas lost to this team.
To Washington.
Yep.
And then the year before that, I believe it was Pittsburgh 2
Yep.
years in a row.
Pittsburgh.
What season are we on now?
We are 2015.
I say that would be Chicago.
That is correct.
And then
You kind of have a pinball here for like 2 years.
it was Chicago, and then it was. Dang, I can't remember the other team.
It's a team I hate.
Team you hate. Why do you hate them?
I'm a Ducks fan.
Oh, it was the Kings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because 2014.
2014
It
was the
was
Kings.
Kings, and then was the year before Chicago as well.
Yep.
And then it was back to Kings,
Yep.
right?
And then who won in 2011?
I can't remember that one.
This was the riots. This was the year of the riots in Vancouver.
Yeah. I don't remember that one. That one stumped me.
So that was Boston.
That was
Boston won in 2011.
That was right. Was that the year that they played Toronto and they came back against Toronto?
Yeah, in Game 7. That was, God, that was like just Toronto's been memed now. I'm glad they made it out of the first round this year,
Me
so the
too.
memes stop. But they're not going to make it out of the first round next year. I
Yeah.
honestly don't think so. Unless they do something.
That's why I'm banking on Matthews to score 6 hat tricks again.
Yeah, because you took him first. All right, and then after Boston, you have
What year was that?
2010.
I was barely following hockey in 2010. I was following the Sharks and not anything else. That one I don't know.
All right,
I don't know anything past 2010.
I'm gonna turn it over because I'm just gonna flex my extensive hockey knowledge.
2010. Oh, okay. I
2010.
should have guessed that.
2010 was the Blackhawks.
Yes.
2009
hmm
was why am I blanking on this now?
It's a team that's won before.
Yeah,
I
09.
already said 'em.
09. Oh, 09 was the Pens. I remember because
Yes.
I was jumping up and down on the couch with my dad after watching that game.
Yes.
I remember that. 2008 was the Red Wings.
Yes.
07 was a team that doesn't matter. The Ducks.
Yeah, I knew that one.
06 was the Canes.
Yes, I remember that. 2005 was the lockout.
I was just gonna say that. 2005 was the lockout. 2004 was the Lightning.
Yes.
Because I don't know if you the game 6 of Flames versus Lightning was the no goal call. Do you remember that?
I do.
It was Martin Jelinek, I think, that got that goal called off.
I like how I wasn't even alive, but I know.
Yeah. 03 was the Devils.
Yeah, I remember
and
that
I'm
one.
still salty about that, even though I wasn't alive. 02 was the Red Wings.
Mm-hmm.
2001 was the Avs.
Mm-hmm.
2000 was the Stars? No,
Mm-mm.
that was 99.
99.
99 was the Stars. 2000 wasn't the Sabres, was it? No, 2000 was no, it was the
Yes.
Devils?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I
'Cause
thought.
I remember that because my dad took my mom to her first hockey game where both players from both sides got hat tricks, and
That's
that was
awesome.
the year they won.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Then 99 was the Stars.
Mhm.
98 was the Red Wings. 97 was the Red Wings. 96 was the Avs.
Mhm.
95 was the Red Wings.
Mm-mm.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was an East team though, right?
Yeah.
Was it the Rangers?
No, but they're in the same conference. Or not conference, same division.
No, Hurricane. Devils.
Yeah, Devils.
Devils. Okay. And then
94.
94 was the Rangers, I
Mhm.
think. I think that was the year Gretzky won, or the year the Rangers won the cup without Gretzky.
Yeah.
93 was the Habs.
Mm-hmm.
92. This is where it gets a little rocky for me. I've made it down to the 70s before, but I'm blanking now.
Well, because you got a lot of teams who just repeated for like 5 years.
Yeah, literally.
So
You have the Islanders who went on that like 19 playoff series run. Um,
yeah,
in like it was like 78 to 82 or something like
I'm
that,
scrolling
or
down.
it was sometime then. It was the late 70s, early 80s. I remember.
78 was Montreal.
So it was 79,
It was
80,
it was it
81,
was
and
80 to
80.
83 was the Islanders,
That's right.
and
Yeah,
76, 79 was the Habs.
yeah, that's right. Man, that's crazy. You think we'll ever see like another dynasty? We're gonna end that there because I
Yeah.
don't want to embarrass myself more. I don't think we should embarrass ourselves more with, but we'll do more trivia. I think that'll be a fun way to end
Yeah,
to end that off like that.
but what were we saying? It
You
was
think a dynasty will
dynasty.
happen like that again?
Not anytime soon. If it was a dynasty, I'd say it'd have to be a team that has a lot of young players. If there was ever like more than one win in a row, it would be like 2 or 3 games. It wouldn't be five. Um,
Yeah, I think we're kind of past that point now that
Me
the
too, with all the
expansion,
young players too, and all the expansion. I
and
mean, obviously
especially
Vegas
the
makes the cup in their first year.
especially with the technology and the way the game has improved. Like
The new
it's a
stick,
phenomenal,
like
yeah.
the Hyperflex, where
The
the little hole in
Hyperflex,
it. Yeah.
yeah. The freaking O stick. Have you seen what
Yes, I've
that is?
seen
Yeah.
that.
I almost got a Hyperflex when I was looking for six to play, but I'm like, it's
I
too
almost got
expensive.
one too. They had one. I tried it out, and I'm like, I
They're
don't like it.
nice.
They're nice, but I didn't like it.
I liked how light it was.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like. But yeah,
Really. I don't like my sticks heavy. That's the thing.
mine's not heavy. It's just not light. It's
Mm.
kind of normal.
Do you use a composite or a
Yeah,
wood? Okay.
yeah. I use. I think it's a Bauer, or no, it's a CCM. No, it is a Bauer. It's the one that's like all black and red.
Okay, yeah, no, I know.
I forget what
Cause
the one that's called,
no,
but
I know what you're talking about because I was looking at
I
that. I
used to use
actually
the CCM that was like Sabres colors.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use a Warrior Alpha WX. I think is my
My first
stick.
stick
So
was a Wood Warrior stick. I
my
broke
first
that.
my first stick was a Sidney Crosby stick. It was whatever stick Sidney Crosby used. It was a wood Sidney Crosby stick. It had his
Yeah,
face in the 87 on it.
that's funny.
Um, when I played hockey, it was really funny. I would because I'm so small and I'm so short.
Mm.
Even though I played in the upper division in the A
Mm.
division, they brought me down to the B division to play goalie because I was about their same age. And they're like,
Yeah.
"How old are you?" I'm like, "I'm 17." They're like, "What?"
I don't think I ever told
It
you.
was awesome.
So when I was in Pee Wee, there was like me and like 3 other kids who were so good that they moved us up to high school league, and I was like 13.
That's awesome.
And
That's sweet.
these kids are like 6 feet, and here I am like barely 5 feet.
Yeah,
It's funny.
that's great. No, but it's yeah, it was just is fun times. But I remember whenever I would find my stick of choosing for goalie, because obviously I'm not going to go and spend $200 on a goalie stick for
No, for
just one
sure.
season. So
Yeah.
I remember like, okay, what stick am I going to use? They just had a bunch of sticks there to use.
Mm.
I took a Coho stick
Oh my
and kind of
god.
took it into my care. Obviously, I left it with them and stuff, but
Yeah.
like, because I didn't want to take their stick home. But that was the stick I used the entire time I played goalie. Like whenever I played goalie, it was always that stick. I actually retaped that stick and added well, it wasn't my number, but I always wrote 71 on my sticks just because like we didn't get to choose our numbers because
Why did you write 71?
that's the number. If I were to choose a number, it would be
So
71.
for me, it was always 8 because Alex Ovechkin. I always now I don't really like him because I don't want him to
You don't want him to break.
break the record
I do.
because it's Gretzky's record.
I
But
know. I
I
think it'd
want
be
I think it'd be awesome. I'd be super happy for him if he does break it. But I just think Gretzky should stay.
he has like 42 left, and he has like two left, or like I think he's 49 goals left with 2 seasons left under his
I don't think he's
contract.
gonna get it, but we'll
We'll
see.
see.
If he does, I'll be happy for him. But I want Gretzky to keep the record.
Yeah, Gretz, that would be interesting for sure. But yeah, but it's just great. But yeah, so 71, that would be the number that I would usually choose to wear.
Hmm.
But obviously it was City League, so you
Yeah.
just kind of the smallest jersey is one, and then it'd go up by height.
We always
So
just in my league, since they're just house leagues, we're able to just choose our number.
that's nice.
So I always chose 8, like just 8, not 08.
Just eight.
I mean, not like there is 08 in
Yeah.
hockey, but like I could have chosen that. And then when I played travel, when I just did the practices with travel and did like the 1 or 2 games,
Mhm.
they gave me 25, I think it was, and I actually really liked that number.
That's cool.
Um, I think one season I thought about changing to like 17 or 88. But I've always been 8 and I've kept it at
You
8.
kept it at
And I
8.
always have my first name on the back of my jersey
Really?
because a funny story, at Skate Town, they used to charge extra like once you're over like a certain amount of letters. Um, and my last name is Konkof, 7 letters.
Yeah.
Um, so they charge extra, I think, over like 5.
5 letters? That's wild.
Now they
Cause
don't. Now it's like they charge a base amount. I don't know if they
okay,
do
that's
now.
not bad.
So, but I've always just had my first name on the back.
That's crazy. No,
Um,
I always wanted to get
Never
like
changed it.
I actually it was really funny when I like placed an order during COVID. I got skates for like super cheap. They were
From where?
Hockeytron on an
I've never
online
been to that one. I
website.
always order from Hockey Monkey.
I or
And now it's right
it's
here, so like
yeah, it's not Hockey Monkey anymore. It's I think Hockey Giant or something like that, but it's not Hockey
it's called
Monkey.
Monkey Sports now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because they do everything now. They used to just do hockey, baseball, and football, and
Oh,
now they do everything.
I'm thinking of Pure Hockey.
Oh yeah,
Cause
I've
Pure
ordered from
Hockey in
them too.
Anaheim, I'd always like that's where I usually get all my gear. For my
Yeah.
birthday, I spent $1,000 there just to get gear to play, and
The
it was
last thing
awesome.
I ordered was my stick, and then I ordered the Bauer Vapor Skates. I love
Okay, those
those.
are nice. But yeah,
Yeah.
I got a sale where I got a jersey for like $10. A
Oh
orange
yeah.
practice jersey, fully customizable, ten
Oh
bucks.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Practice
done.
jerseys at Hockey Monkeys, they're like 25 bucks. They're
Yeah,
so
I'm just
cheap.
like done. I don't care. I don't care if it's a practice jersey. I wore it to practice. I had the orange on it. I had my
Those are my jerseys. I don't
name and stuff. So
Since it's house league, we can wear whatever jersey we want as
that's
long as
nice.
it's either white or teal. Um, and yeah, so I wear the Sharks practice jerseys, and
That's
they're the
sweet.
old ones too. So there's like orange on them, and
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
it's great.
I do like the new Fanatics practice jerseys. Those are really
I
nice.
do
I
too.
don't, although I don't like the fact that I like the circle around them with the logo, but I don't like how that says property of the team under,
Yeah.
which that just sounds like we're going back to
Well, also I don't like Fanatics because like we got patches as logos, and except for like obviously the like merchandising
yeah.
jerseys. But now all the logos are they still in patch logos?
I have no idea.
Because if they're not, that's just it's like it doesn't look as good.
No, and the screening is kind of weird too.
Yeah,
So
I've always kind of have a love hate relationship with Fanatics jerseys. Like
yeah.
they feel really well when you wear them, they look nice, but the logos they need to be a patch logo.
Yeah, no,
Even
because
if it's not like a
this is
stitched patch,
yeah,
like this one's definitely like stitched, but like it feels like it could be like an iron on.
yeah.
Iron on patches are fine for jerseys. I just don't like when they print on the
Yeah,
jerseys.
no, because these are Fanatics jerseys that they're wearing, but they're good quality, and I
Yeah,
mean they're nice, and so
yeah,
I'm hoping that because I know they just came out with like new merch and everything and whatnot and new
yeah.
pricing, so I'm curious to see how they're gonna continue with that because I like these jerseys and for 115 bucks for these jerseys
Oh
that's
yeah.
not bad,
No, not at all.
and so I'm really hoping that 115 is still kind of this same quality and it's nice,
Yeah, I
so
mean, I'd pay 115 for a Kraken jersey as long as it's not as long as it's a if it's not an iron-on patch, I want it. If it's an
yeah.
iron-on or printed on, I don't want
Well, I'll take a bullet. I'll take the bullet and I'll bite the bullet and,
it.
and be the first one to buy a jersey. So
You'll tell me how it is.
mhm, that's for sure. But thanks guys so much for
Yeah,
tuning
thanks
in for
guys.
our first episode. It was definitely a lot of fun and I'd love to have more episodes with this.
For
So
sure, yeah.
I guess we can call this the pilot episode.
We'll see how it
But
does. If it
yeah,
does.
of course it'd be a lot of fun. So thanks for tuning in guys
Yeah,
and we'll see you next time
next
we check
time.
in on the NHL. So
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Peace.
See ya.